How's it going, everybody? RazingHel here, and today we're going to be starting Fall from Heaven 2, which is the high fantasy mod for Civilization 4 Beyond the Sword. Now this mod, it has various different campaigns that are sort of structured around scenarios. In our case, I'm going to be starting with the Fall of Cuantine, as opposed to the Grand Menagerie, because in general, that campaign starts out a little bit more dull. But if I get around to it, we'll do that one as well. So yes, the Fall of Cuantine. The Banner Empire is a nation born of tragedy, struggle, and endless war. The people sustained by piety, honor, and unyielding discipline. An uncompromising people gathers many enemies, but the Banner have no shortage of heroes, such as Decius, a man brave, loyal, and ever steadfast. But an uncompromising man gains many enemies as well. In the Fall of Cuantine, Decius is called upon to face a threat that grows near the heart of the Empire, in the seemingly peaceful Adian fields. Special rules: Rosier must survive. So let's get started. I'm going to be playing it on the Prince difficulty level because I'm a little bit rusty with Fall from Heaven. Decius wipes the goblin blood from his sword and without pause begins the next task, razing the fort the goblins were using to launch attacks at the Banner outpost. He is soon interrupted by a messenger. Decius, you are requested by Lady Commanders? You're requested by the Lady Commanders. Decius nods and sets his man to tearing down the goblin fortification. Decius, I'm sending you back to Toralio. Yes, milady, may I speak freely? Of course. Why send a man of action back to the capital? This seems like a demotion to me. Capria smiles. No, it is not a demotion, nor is it my decision. The diviner claims it is of great importance that you do so, or all of the Empire is imperiled. So go at once and report to your father. Decius turns to gather supplies and was riding homeward within the hour. Decius entered the meeting hall of the House Archer's stronghold. I have come, Lord Commander, though I do not know why. Lady Capria had good use of me in the front. That's a strange sentence. Lord Samanthian replied, We are off the field, my son. You can drop my title. Your name has gained some renown, and I would grant you your command, though you are right to suspect that I would leave you to Lady Capria until the completion of her campaign if I could. While the diviners are as forthcoming as usual, they must be heeded, and they have expressed grave concern about the supernatural threats in this region. Since your brother has taken his command south to reinforce the Labus Scrum, I need a commander I can trust for the House Archer legions, it's Archer's legions. I place you in command of our expeditionary force. Unfortunately, you will be in need of an advisor. I thank you for your trust, Father. I shall do you proud. As the priests say, first to your God, then to your king, then to your commander. Go, therefore, to the Abbey of Briget's Light. Then to the duties they have for our forces. Return home when you can, for I would much like to hear news of your travels. Dismissed. So that was a rather lengthy introduction. So here we are in the capital, obviously. We start out with a few different units. We got some hunters, axemen, archers. We'll take a look at them as they come up. As you can see, the map is not round, or it's not cylindrical. It doesn't wrap around, basically. And we have some allies over here. That would be Sabathol. So he, I believe, is an elf. Or he is of the elfin race, I guess. I'm not exactly sure what we are. There are various different races in Fall from Heaven 2, and they sort of play a part because they have their own unique abilities and sort of synergistic religions that they usually like to adopt and whatnot. I'm not exactly sure what my focus should be here, so I'm going to fortify the axemen for now and simply send my hunters out to see if we can do some scouting. Those odds are pretty good, but I think the bear would probably kill me, so we're going to stick to the hill for now. Another axeman, an archer, 2 archers. Here's an interesting thing about Fall from Heaven too. Unlike the usual civilization games, you can actually domesticate animals. So like when you come across the wolves and bears in the wilds, you can go ahead and tame them with your hunter, providing you have the appropriate promotions. And those animals can either be used in your military itself, or you can construct things such as the wolf pen. So since we have this wolf, I want to see if we have the wolf pen what was it called? There was a building that I needed. Apparently not. I don't have the research for that yet. So I'm not exactly sure what I want to do with the wolves. I don't think they're costing any upkeep at the moment, but something to think about going forward. And then we start with the supplies. So this unit kind of allows us to instantly construct a building, which can be useful. I'm not exactly sure which one I want to go for. We could construct a training yard. This will allow us to build various military units. So like the hunting lodge allows you to train the hunter, the archery range allows you to train archers, longbowmen, etc. And then the training yard allows you to train melee units. So unlike the regular civilization games where you basically have access to units from the get-go, in this one, a lot of the more advanced and intermediate units actually require special buildings before you can start building them. There was a little bit of that in Civilization 4 Beyond the Sword with buildings like the Intelligence Center, I think, for spies. No, that was actually Civilization 4 Vanilla. Ooh, I off the top of my head, I couldn't remember them anymore. There were such units in Civilization 4, but I believe, or Civilization 4 Beyond the Sword, but I believe they came along much later in the game, and I have a lot more experience with the early parts of the game as opposed to, more like modern era, industrial and modern era gameplay. I think we're going to go ahead and build the training yard. Oh, we have another one. A hunting lodge. Not exactly sure here. Palisades, I don't really think that's going to provide us with much benefit. Maybe we'll do a stable. There we go. And of course, here is my hero, Decius. I'll probably lead. I think, okay, the great thing about the great generals in Fall from Heaven is you can actually detach them from units after they're already attached. So if I go ahead and attach this axeman to Decius, he became an additional strength. You'll notice the Decius character is gone, but I can also detach him. Like if I go over to another unit, I'm pretty sure if, at the start of a turn I will be able to detach him and then reattach him to another unit. Now, I have some rather interesting promotions. This unit has commando and bronze weapons in addition to guardsmen. So Fall from Heaven 2 actually does have a lot of unique promotions. I think it's sort of one of the focal points of the game. It has quite a variety of them. So we'll have to do a little bit of splunking into that kind of stuff as the game progresses. So turn 1. Already, look at all of those barbarians. It's a good thing I'm bringing my axemen along, because those are just warriors. I don't think as an axeman, yeah, the axeman in Fall from Heaven does not have a bonus against the melee unit class like axeman did in Beyond the Sword. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Hey, look, here's a lion den. We should go over there and raid it. Ha! We raided it, but there was a spider, and that spider is probably going to kill us now. But that's something to keep in mind when you sort of play these mods, is a lot of common knowledge has been reversed or adjusted from what existed in Beyond the Sword. So what do we want to go for here? I'm not exactly sure. I think we're supposed to get Rosier the Fallen. but I'm not exactly sure when I can get him, because I need to research this technology, requires knowledge of the ether, and Way of the Wicked. So right here is Way of the Wicked. Right there is knowledge of the ether. So maybe we should be focusing research in those areas. But we also have masonry would be good for building a quarry. So like we have some rather preliminary researches here that I haven't completed yet. And one of those things, maybe I should just look around and see what improvements I need to build. So what would I like to build in this city? I think since we went ahead and built that outpost or the range, what was it called? It's just training yard. We're gonna build an axeman. Okay, I see horses. This is one sort of downside to like Civilization 4. You can't cancel those dialogues. Once they pop up, they need input. So like I wanted to go and look around the map to see what resources I would be connecting soon. They wouldn't allow me to do it. But we're going to go with calendar. It's only 3 turns, and I think it's one of those basic researches that we're going to need. And now it's up to 7 turns. How did that happen? A world map. Why not? I don't think I have anything to lose from that. That's great. So we got to see the territory of who? Hannah the Iron? The Iron. Iron? Let's just call her Hannah. Hannah? I forget that. Yeah, her name is Hannah. Text is a little bit small on these screens. You can't adjust the size of that, so. Oh, yeah, here are the warriors, and an axeman even has appeared now. So our odds are fairly good, but, you know, when you consider the fact that there are probably going to be 3 of them attacking me, or I have to attack 3 of them, I think maybe we should bring another axeman along. So I'm going to retreat a little bit and join up with that second axeman. The spider actually didn't kill me. Unfortunately, we don't get to see the combat log in Civilization 4 beyond the Civilization 4 Fall from Heaven 2. Oh, here we go. Can subdue animals. This will capture defeated animal units. That's what I was talking about. So if you defeat an animal unit, it will become a unit that you can use then. Here you have some rather interesting units invading. Freaks. Attack of 5 and defense of 7. So that's another aspect that was adjusted. For Fall from Heaven, I think units sort of adopt what they had in Civilization 3, where they had like an attack value and a defense value that's like related to their strength number as opposed to being applied like a 50% defensive bonus. I don't know. One of the problems with these units is they're generally very weak, like 28%. I probably should promote for just additional strength. So each combat promotion in Civilization, I'm just going to call it Fall from Heaven. It's a little bit different than Civilization 4 because the combat promotions go up by 20% at a time instead of 10%. So it's much more significant. To get a Combat 1 promotion is much more important in Fall from Heaven 2 than it was in Civilization 4 Beyond the Sword. Now we have an opportunity to choose our civics here. Well, it's not really an opportunity. You have the opportunity most of the time. They're just reminding me. So what should I switch to? Conquest. This will allow us to produce military units using excess food in our villages in addition to standard production. Apprenticeship. This could be quite valuable. Like I said before, getting additional experience in Fall from Heaven 2 is very, I would say it's like doubly important than it was in Beyond the Sword. Probably want to go with God King here. An additional 50% production and gold in the capital since we only have 1 city at the moment. Aristocracy. Yeah, we're going to go with God King. So that's 2 turns for revolution. What should we do with religion? I think we have a state religion. No, we don't. We're neutral, I guess. So this doesn't affect us much. Maybe I'll just leave... I'll leave the economy alone, and then we'll do 1 turn of revolution, and then when I get a religion, we can start doing... We'll choose a civic that best synergizes with that religion. Yeah, so right there is that pack of barbarian warriors. 96% for that unit, but 99.4. Ooh, this one's actually better. So how's that looking? One unit took damage. So in Fall from Heaven 2, you'll notice there is a lot more barbarian activity. Oh, that's why Calendar has shifted. Apparently I'm on the same team as the Banner. Oh, I am the Banner, aren't I? Maybe the Banner aren't elves. I could be mistaken about that. Oh, there was a city captured. It was captured by the Barbarian state. One of my allies, the Banner. Okay, so we're just going to take a brief look here at the civilizations. So here, race. Okay, it's not races. We need civilizations right here. The Banner, BBB, right here. Oh, I am Decius of the Banner. So both Sabbathol and Decius are of the Banner civilization. They're a good all-around civ who shine once embarking upon a war. Oh, yeah. Their crusade civic gives them troops on the field and decreased war weariness. So they seem to be a general civilization, nothing too specific like some of the other ones, but they were not elven. I made the mistake earlier of saying they're elven. They most certainly are not. There's something though. Maybe I shouldn't say for certain that they're not elven. It's just that they're not very conspicuous about it. Let's get rid of that wolf. Destroyed a lair, I think, as well. Yeah. So, unlike barbarian animals in the regular Beyond the Sword, barbarian animals in Fall from Heaven 2 actually spawn out of dens. And if you don't destroy the den, they'll keep producing units. There's a warrior by my Banner allies. So at the moment, I'm not exactly sure what my objectives should be. It says take your units to the... Oh, how could I miss it? Take your units to the city Bright Light Alley Abbey. Brigate's Light Alley. There we go. Like I said before, the text is kind of small with the screen that I have, so I got to strain a little bit. It's not the easiest thing to read it just off the cuff. So, got rid of that. Warrior probably should defend the Axeman. And we're going to just promote for Combat 1 again. 99.7% odds. I guess we just leave it at that. So, what I should be doing is moving a unit over there to Bright Light Abbey. I wonder if a wolf would work. They're the fastest unit I have at the moment. So we'll try that. If that doesn't work, I'll send the hunter over there. I kind of wanted to give him an opportunity to heal first, though. Ooh, another pack of wolves here. Let's see. Pretty good odds. And we're over at Light Abbey. I'm sorry. Can we get... Yeah, we can... Hey! One of the freaks are over here. So this is like a custom skinned unit for the mod. I think we can see it better like that. Oh, there we go. We can actually rotate all the way around it in Fall from Heaven. I didn't know that. Yeah, but this guy with a burlap sack on his head. He's a customized unit. It's pretty nice, you know. The mod has a lot of reskinned units. Like even the goblins here are not something you'd see in normal gameplay. I think every single unit has little tweaks made to them. Not all of them are as significant. The workers don't, but I think pretty much all the military units do. And then there are also some rather unique military units because magic plays a role in a lot of stuff in this mod in Fall from Heaven 2. So it doesn't look like the wolf did anything. We're going to send the hunter over there next time instead. We're ready for another promotion with this axeman. So there are different unit classes. Like we can go for 40% versus undead, 40% versus demon. I don't think we have to encounter any of those at the moment. But giving this unit additional mobility, like +1 movement range, could help me get around the map faster, which can be important. think we'll give it mobility. So now it has the same speed as a scout would. And this is important because the units that your commander leads, you kind of want to promote them if possible. Okay, yeah, now we are able to do it. The people of Brigates at Light Abbey wish to join our illustrious empire. Yes, welcome aboard. Welcome, Decius. We have been expecting you. My name is Confessor Wallen. It is Sabithil's will that I accompany you. The diviners have great fears about the safety of our southwest settlements. Indeed, of the whole empire. If the threat growing there spreads, we should set out there at once. It's more like, indeed, of the whole empire. If the threat growing there spreads, we should set out there at once. So our next objective is to defeat the twisted men in the southern jungle and destroy their lair. There's the freak. That's the name of the unit. I'm not passing judgment on somebody wearing a bag over their head. Or am I? Okay, so we got our second city. At this point, what should we build here? Probably are going to be needing some additional... Well, a settler might be a good choice. I mean, this is always the problem with civilizations. Sort of weighing the advantages and disadvantages of building various buildings. I think a settler could be a strong choice, but there's only one population here currently, so probably let the city grow a bit before I do that. And so what should we do instead? Maybe a granary. That'll help grow, not as significantly as in Beyond the Sword. It only stores 20%. There's really nothing else I can build. Everything else requires unique buildings, right? So corn, let's just go, no, we'll build a granary. Probably is not as significant a choice as I might think. Oh, more lions. What are the odds? 99.4%. So it's pretty decent. So here we have one of our first rather unique units that have special abilities. This is the Confessor. It's a religious unit, and it has a spell. So spells are actions that you can, they're like promotions. Some of them provide promotions, some of them do other stuff, but usually you can use it once a turn. In this case, the Confessor can cast the Blast Promotion, which, oh, do we have the Order Religion? We do have, no we don't. I don't have the Order Religion. Yeah, it gives the Blessing Promotion to all units in the caster's stack. So if I use this, I only have a wolf, but let's do it anyway. The wolf didn't get it, but the Confessor did. So it gives us +1 holy combat, and then it's removed after combat. So it can increase the strength of your units by +1 strength, providing you're not combating units that don't have a weak or that have a resistance to holy combat. It's a pretty decent unit. Like, it says 4 strength with +2 additional holy strength. So, like I said before, the strength mechanics in Fall from Heaven 2 aren't quite as straightforward as they were in Beyond the Sword. They're a little bit similar to Civilization 3 in terms of how they work. Let's connect that wheat farm. It does have a farm. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I turned off the icons because I think that introduces an element of visual clutter that most people just don't want to see. I personally don't mind it, but I've had, when I did my very first Civilization 4 playthrough, I had some people mention that they didn't like it. So since I have never heard of anybody request that it be turned on, I think we'll just leave it off, even though it might inconvenience me slightly at times. So here is my second Axeman. What are the odds? 98.4. If we can, I'd prefer to use this one, but looks like 75, 74. Yeah, those are the odds that I could do without. Defeat the twisted men in the southern jungle. So I'm pretty sure this area down here is the southern jungle, and when they say twisted men, they're probably talking about the cities that those freaks are taking over. So I'm going to go running down there, hopefully with a hunter, and we'll do some investigation. Ideally, I won't get killed, but you never know. Oh, bears. That should be deathly. What are the odds? 99.3. Okay, we have 50% bonus versus animals, so it's not quite as bad as I was thinking. Just want to sort of clear this area up. Like right here we have another freak and the swordsman barbarian coming our way, so probably a good thing that I'm building more axemen. While defending, your hunter has killed the barbarian bear. Excellent. But here's a barbarian mercenary. So if you haven't noticed yet, there are a lot more barbarians running around the world in Fall from Heaven 2. A lot more variety as well. Let's get rid of that lion and the den so it doesn't spawn anymore. Ah, here's another wolf. Pretty good odds. Ah, right there's a little unique landmark. Let's aim for that. It's a lighthouse. It'll grant a unit standing on it additional visibility range, so they can see farther than they normally would be able to, which is kind of nice. Ooh, those odds are not so good. 80 plus 80% strength. Are you kidding me? Ooh, that could be a tough one to beat. 5. I mean, that almost gets us up to like 8 strength. I only have a wolf in this city. Really, that's all I have defending it, just a wolf. Let's get at least one archer to go over there. Kind of forgot about that. So, 25% bonus from that forest. The ancient forests give you 50% defense bonus. One turn we can heal though. So I'm wondering, this axeman is fully healed. So I'm going to put him in that forest as well, and then I'm just going to heal the second axeman. So the other axeman that I moved there will hopefully provide enough defense. So let's take a look at what our friends are researching. Festivals. Let's go ahead and research that. Get it done in 3 turns. So how teams work, in case you're not aware, and keep saying stronghold, don't I? Civilization is you'll split up your research between the 2 of you. So research times are increased on the whole, but if you team up together, you can get them completed at about the same rate you normally would. Oh, the freak stayed behind. What are the odds? Still 13.1% and 29.1. So probably be doing here is just waiting for him to attack instead. So let's get these units moving again. Pretty good odds against the mercenary, or those are just swordsmen. Yeah, these are the mercenaries right here. Once again, they have like a Spanish conquistador kind of art style to them. That's another interesting thing about the game is there are like badlands. You can actually have, what is it called? It's like evil lands take over fallen land maybe, but it's just like, I really don't know how to describe it. It's the leftovers after everything has burnt. Imagine the world has burnt down and all you have left is just the charred ground that remains. So, yep. Let's go for the subdue animal promotion. That could be interesting if we run across some animals. Maybe we can tame some exotic species and then use it in our city. Okay. Both the freak and the swordsman are at my city gates. I actually didn't mean to do that. Wanted to move the axemen back into the main city. Okay. Let's tell this guy to stop. Cancel that. Okay. Are we at the end of turn already? Wow. Okay. Got a mercenary coming. And I defeated one of the barbarian swordsmen that attacked. And here we have our new axeman. I still don't think the odds are very good. 27. Even when he isn't in a forest, the odds are not good at all. But let's do it. Let's promote our new unit. and try to take them out. 1.4. Ooh. Yeah, it has 9 strength. Wow. It did do a lot of damage, though. The freak is down to 2.2 strength. So, hopefully now we can take him out. 97.8. My axeman died. So, you'll notice that when a unit dies that my hero has been leading, I'll actually come back as a unit. So the Great Generals, they operate differently than in Civilization 4 Beyond the Sword, because if a Great General leading a unit dies in Beyond the Sword, the Great General's gone totally. But here we can just join him up to another axeman in this case, and then we're finally going to get rid of that freak. It was quite costly, but I guess we got it done, so that's what really matters in the end. What do we have over here? Ooh, there's a skeleton lair with a barrow. And then a tribal village, a goody hut, as I believe they're called in the text files. I've trained an axeman. Well, we're going to need another one. Because we lost 2. I hope my archers can defeat the mercenary. I'm a little bit worried there. They only got their last turn. The mercenaries have not moved. So, we finished second horse pasture. Let's get started on building a quarry there. And another promotion for my axeman here. 10 out of 10 strength. Let's just promote for more strength. Apparently, the strength is going to be a bigger issue than the mobility. And we have reached the lighthouse. So as you can see, visibility here for us is significantly greater than if we just stand on a normal tile. Like if I'm standing on a normal tile here, I think we have a range of what, 2 to 3? Even this is not normal because it's on a hill, and hill tiles give you additional sight range. Hunter. Ooh, we have another, this time it's a lizard barrow. And what are my good friends researching? Nothing. So one thing I would like to aim for, they mentioned Razir the Fallen. So I think we want to shoot for that religion. I forget exactly how they referenced it. Obviously, that's not our objective right now, but I think later on that's our objective. We could probably save some. We need masonry, though. I was just going to build a quarry. Yeah, we need masonry. Let's go for that instead. But I'm pretty sure in this mission, after we defeat the evil men down here, the jungle men or whatever, the barbarians, then the next objective is to get Razir. And the archer managed to kill the barbarian mercenary, so that's a good thing. Okay. Let's see if we can get rid of this mercenary. 98% odds. And I captured a healing salve. So there are several items like this throughout the world. I think that might just be a generic icon for it, though. It looks a little bit prototype-ish, you know? It doesn't look like the icon anyway. So next turn, I think we will be... Oh, no, we can pick it up right now. So we can pick up the healing salve, and then later we can use the healing salve to completely heal our unit. It uses the healing salve, though. Right, there's a giant tortoise. One of the many new water units. One thing I'm worried about here is there used to be a mercenary lurking around. Maybe he was the one who went to my city, but there's the potential that the mercenary could corner me on that little peninsula there. Or panhandle. Would it be a panhandle? It's like surrounded on water by 3 sides. Okay, odds against those lizard men are not the greatest. It looks like this would be an ideal location for another city. But one thing you'll find about Fall from Heaven is that cities are not quite as important. It's more about the quality of units rather than quantity. Oftentimes, you can go ahead and wipe out entire civilizations using just a handful of really high-quality, well-promoted units. So, here we have the Confessor. Already has a promotion. These religious units might actually generate experience over a certain number of turns, kind of like heroes do. So gradually you'll get access to additional promotions without having to fight. Command 1. At this point, I just don't know. Let's mobility. A healing unit would be useful. Let's give him the heal promotion. And since we can't build a quarry, well, we could next turn. We're going to build the road first, though. Yeah, so apparently my teammate decided to go ahead and research masonry as well. As it turns out, he is the one providing the bulk of the science points, I believe. If we take a look at it, like how much science am I generating? 13 and 4, so about 17 science per turn. Pretty sure he has a better science rate than that. Like, yeah, his capital is making 31 science per turn, so it's like just double off of that one city, making double the science. So we've sort of run out of things to explore, or at least important things. But I still need to get down to the lizard people, not the lizard people, the twisted men. It's a rather interesting description. The twisted men in the southern jungle. Originally, this hunter here was going to do it, but that never ended up happening. So I think I'll be using my second hunter to go ahead and do that. Hopefully, Light Abbey will have enough population by the time that Granary is finished for me to go ahead and build a settler there. So, our hunter, let's try to get this hunter over here. Confessor, I think we're just going to return him to Light Abbey. And now we can finally build that quarry. Let's see the big picture here. It wouldn't hurt to start working on technology such as knowledge of the ether, because that is one of the technologies that we need to actually get the Way of the Fallen, or the Ashen Veil religion. What is it called? Corruption of Spirit is what we need to get the Ashen Veil religion. Maybe I'm just imagining things, but I'm pretty sure they referenced it. They were like, oh man, I don't remember. Maybe I'm just remembering it from the last time I played, and you don't actually have to go that way. Pretty sure though. Pretty sure we had to get Razi or the Fallen, and that does require Ashen Veil. So we'll probably be needing more units if we want to take out the mimics down, not the mimics, the freaks down there. So building more axemen at the moment. Oh, our hunter has healed. Excellent. And it's slow going. Might want to bring my Confessor along when we eventually take that city back. So where did I get this axeman from? Did I send the axeman over there? Oh yeah, I did. Okay. Well, I think it helps to have at least one axeman in these cities. Ooh, a tiger. We came across a tiger. I guess that's going to be one downside to not playing the first sort of campaign bunch of scenarios in the order they were intended to be played, because now when I do get around to playing that, it'll seem a lot less interesting, because we've seen a lot of the new units that those early scenarios sort of introduced the player to. Ooh, it's our second promotion? Yeah. I guess we're going to go with subdue animals again. The idea being eventually we might come across some animals that we can attack and then subdue. A little bit interested by this city here. What do we have inside it? We have a javelin thrower and a warrior. Not that advanced, to be honest. If I have another axeman, I probably could do something about this already. No. I clicked on the explore icon, and we don't want to do that. Okay, let's see here. Next turn, I think. Yeah, so we're on the wrong side of the mountains now, which could be a problem. Let's see. I'm going to go here and pillage this mine inside their territory. So here is another axeman. I'll wait until the third one is done, and then we'll send him along with the Confessor. We send like 2 axemen and the Confessor down to go ahead and take that city back. because it used to be in my team's control. But we do need this worker for building additional wineries. Those wine resources need to be improved. What do I need to research? Construction. So we did knowledge of the ether. Way of the Wicked is the other prerequisite tech, so I think we're going to focus on that next. Okay, what do we have here? The lizard men approach from the north. Pretty sure I have an axeman here to take care of these issues. Yes, indeed. So what are the odds? It's looking like 75.6%. Not the hottest. So let's reinforce with a wolf. There we go. And let's see what we can find out with this hunter. So there's a little camp over here. What are the odds for attacking? 98.9%. Ooh. We might just attack now. Yeah. Might not need to bring all those units down there after all. That city might be relatively easy to take over. Oh, the lizard men left. Where did they go? They're very fast, the lizard men. So, we got another promotion coming. I think we have some new interesting options here available, but 40 versus undead, I think we're just gonna go with combat 4. And 99.9, we're gonna take the city. So now we can return it back to the banner. Let's do that, because it's a little bit distant from my empire at the moment. Hey, here's a jungle altar. This must be the location. Okay, then. So let's get those units, the axemen, moving down there after all. And the Confessor is out of movement for this turn. Let's give him another movement promotion. Now we will have an additional movement. See, now we can cast the Blessed promotion. So if we take a look at the axemen, right now they have 4 strength. We cast the Blessed promotion, now they have 5 strength. So unless the unit is not susceptible to holy damage, that's a pretty big, powerful buff. Like an additional strength. 1 whole additional strength, that's pretty strong. Since we pulled our axemen out of there, we're going to have to start building more axemen. Why am I okay. Way of the Wicked, yes. I was going to say, why am I losing gold? It's because I have too many units outside of my borders. So that's something we can remedy just by pulling these units back in. Now it's down to -1. Oh, we captured this tiger. So that's like what I said. If you defeat an animal unit with like a hunter that has the subdue animal promotion, you actually get to keep the animal. So now we can send this animal back to our city, and then I think now we do have festivals. So we could build a festival. Right here it is, the carnival. And then we'll be able to build wolf pens and tiger cages, and those will provide happiness to our city population. Ooh, here it is. The Murian cannot move. It's held in place. Okay, well, I don't have to worry about it killing me then. Axeman, let's finish healing. My society can now implement slavery. I think we're going to keep apprenticeship because the additional experience at the moment, I'm still building units, and like I said, the additional experience is pretty valuable in Fall from Heaven too. So now, what else do we need to work on this? Because we have knowledge of the ether. Maybe I need an event. Maybe after I find the men in the jungle, I can research it. Corruption of Spirit, 44 turns. I'm pretty sure that's all I need. Way of the Wicked, researched, and knowledge of the... Yeah, I have all the prerequisites. Okay, let's focus on some of the more basic techs here that I haven't researched yet. Fishing, it's probably a good one. You'll notice my ally generally just researches whatever I do, which is helpful. Oh, here we are. There is a lair ahead. A dwelling of barbarians that will menace civilized lands until defeated. But this one is guarded by a barbarian hero. Confessor Wallen speaks. Our forces seem reluctant to fight, despite my exhortations. I bid thee research orders from heaven, that we might make use of the Oath-Taker heroes. In fact, I find your tardiness to study the will of Uriel disappointing, but that is a matter for another time. Heroes such as Rosier will grow more powerful with time, so you can wait until this battle is to our advantage. So I think now we have the opportunity to research it. No, we still don't. What does it say? It says defeat and destroy the lair. The objective is still the same. Does it say in here, does it like tell me what it was? What he said again? Apparently not. Yes, I'm a little bit curious. What were we supposed to research? The Oath-Taker technologies? Oh, are we supposed to research orders from heaven? We could research this instead. Because this is the religion that I have. But would they even mention Rosie to Fall? It's too bad my attention span is so small. It would have helped if I'd been paying more attention to the specific details. This scenario does not necessarily hold your hand, obviously. So you gotta be paying attention. Oh, wait. Now it looks like something has changed. Research orders from heaven to gain Rosier and pillage the lair. But we have finished fishing. Let's go ahead and work on the orders from heaven. No, wait. Corruption of spirit. Research orders from heaven to gain Rosier. Okay. Apparently we get him from orders from heaven this time. It's a little bit different. I mean, I'm looking down here and I see Rosier the Fallen. He's not up here from orders of heaven. But the quest says research orders from heaven, so I guess we're going to research that. I guess they'll just do a dynamic event for it. Still some interesting stuff over there. There's a goodie hut as well. And our wolf. Let's break this off and send the wolf back to the capital. And research is completed. Let's continue on. We're researching orders from heaven. 11 turns. That's not too bad. It's definitely manageable. We just explore in the meantime. There's a goodie hut. 44 gold. And we have another axeman built. So next, I'm going to be building the festival, the fair, the carnival. Yeah, 6 turns, and then we can start building unique animal buildings in there with the wolves and the tiger. That's what we have so far, but there are certainly more animals that you can go ahead and capture, and then use for that purpose. Okay, our unit stack, it probably is not going to do anything after all. I'm pretty sure if I attack without a unit that has that hero promotion or whatever it needed, it will always retreat. But I could be wrong. How did my unit get hurt here? Did something attack me? Nope. Apparently I just hadn't healed. So let's do that now. And try to spend these turns wisely. So we have revealed a lot of the land. That small map trade at the beginning really reduced a lot of the area that was needed to explore. This is a relatively small map. And we won't be playing on it through all the missions. Yeah, as you can see, I can't attack at all, even though my combat odds are good. So I guess we're just going to retreat back to to my lands, where upkeep costs are by far lower than running around outside it. The scout keeps waking up on alert because of the nearby adjacency of that Murian unit. That's very interesting. Okay, never mind. I thought the art icon was different from the one that was on the map, but I was actually looking at one of my own axemen because that's what I had selected. Here we have a little event. Astrologers report that the Shield of Valor has moved into prominence. This constellation is sacred to Urnil, and marks a rise in his power within the world. Apparently, we don't have the prerequisites required to access that one. would have given us a golden age otherwise. So maybe sometime, maybe someday, your people have discovered rare edible mushrooms. How much did that add to the tile? I think it added 1 food. Okay. Our hunter has finished healing. Ooh, that was a tough break. A giant spider. What are the odds? 70%. That's not half bad. I might actually win that one if the lizard men don't attack me on the same turn, which they shouldn't do unless it spawns a second one. Nope. We got away with it. So yeah, I have a spider now. I can create a spider pen with it. Spiders are interesting units because they're naturally hidden from all but like hunter units. So otherwise, like if I was down here with just my axeman, I would not have been able to see that spider. The spider could still attack me, but I wouldn't have been able to see where it was. Okay. Let's take these units all the way back home. And here we have my other hunter. Let's send him up here to deal with that polar bear den. Hopefully we can get some bears as well. So constructed a carnival here. I probably want to work on a settler next. And let's go ahead and get that wolf so we can now build a wolf pen. The wolf pen only provides culture, but I'm pretty sure the lion, the tiger cage does provide culture and happiness. So there we go. As you can see, it created the respective buildings in my city itself. So +1 happiness and +3 culture. And then the ultimate goal is sort of if you collect all the animals, you can build the great menagerie, which gives you +2 happiness in all cities, which is really nothing to sneeze at. But I still require a gorilla, a bear, and a lion. I saw some lions before, but I think they're pretty rare, and I destroyed their den, so we might not see any more of them, unfortunately. They only spawn in arid regions, so there is not a whole lot of desert around here. And like I said, I destroyed their den, so they're not going to be spawning from that anymore. Probably something I should have kept in mind. Ooh, here we are on top of a dungeon. So with the dungeon, we can actually go and explore it. A lot of times there are going to be bad stuff in here. Your unit finds a basket of apples within the lair. Eating one transforms your unit. So we got the mutated promotion, and that gave us a diseased. So we have -30 strength and passes the diseased promotion to enemies. So that's pretty bad, but I'm pretty sure there are units that can heal other units of diseased promotion. But I might not have access to them. I'm not sure. I kind of forget exactly how that worked. While defending, your hunter was destroyed by barbarian lizardmen. Well, that's a shame. I guess we can send an axeman up there to try to deal with it, but maybe that's for later. Like when I get the rest of my units back home, then we can deal with that. So here we go with our diseased hunter. 2 turns to Lord. That was not a good idea. Yeah, that's a lot of enemy barbarians. I'm probably dead now. My hunter is. 2 turns though, until we get access to Rosier the Fallen, I guess. I'm going to defend this worker here. Hopefully the lizardmen won't win. I'm not sure. The odds are not as in my favor as you'd think. Well, as a matter of fact, they're most certainly not in my favor. I probably am going to die from that. So let's get this other axeman over there and withdraw my worker. Have him go over there and build a plantation on top of the incense instead. Let's see what we lose. We lost my... Wait. We lost my axeman. We'll see. We'll see how many units I can lose here. The lizardmen did not take any damage whatsoever. 24% odds. So it's not looking good. Not looking good. Hopefully my units get here in time. The Confessor is already here. I wonder if we can get him up there. It's like 2 turns, he'll be up there. I could provide the blast promotion to my axeman. Interestingly enough, though, the barbarians in the city did not attack. So that's a thing. There's a goodie hut over here, if it hasn't already been claimed. Ooh, it's a gorilla. We might actually be able to capture one. 76% odds. The odds will be better if he attacks me. Let's see what happens. Oh, my archer killed a barbarian lizardman. So he went directly for the city. Unfortunately, we'll never know the odds because the combat log in Fall from Heaven doesn't work. It's completely empty. Okay, Acolyte. Pretty sure this unit spreads religion. We'll deal with them later when we actually get another city. And then let's just get the rest of these units back into my main city. And we have Rosier the Oath Taker. So, let's send him down there and see if we can deal with the what was it? Murren's Lair? I'm not sure he has the right promotions to do it yet, though. And there we have our gorilla. And we're gonna set, okay, the area is blocked off unless I sign open borders. Will Hannah allow open borders? Yes, okay. Accept the deal. There we go. And let's start sending our gorilla back. Hopefully he doesn't get killed. One might want to deal with this lizard den sometime soon so that way they stop spawning lizardmen. Yeah, so apparently the only objective now is to get Rosier the Fallen all the way down there to what is it? The Jungle Altar. He has his first promotion already. Let's promote for speed. 1 turn almost. I just want to check to see if I need some sort of special promotion. And then I think that'll be it for this episode. We're going on close to an hour, and I really don't want to run over that. Okay, what do we have? What do we have? Cartography, let's research that. And let's see if he can attack. No, I've been defeated. Oh my goodness. Why would I be defeated for losing a hero? Oh, he must survive to complete this scenario. Okay, well, I'll reload a save that was up to that point, and then we'll get started again from that point. That was something I was not aware could happen. So we're not going to go ahead and replay the other stuff over again. I'll just start out from the part where, well, the nearest autosave, so we can pick up from there on the next episode. And then we'll play it a little bit smarter next time. We'll wait until the odds are in our favor. But yes, Rosier most certainly can attack from day 1. The only problem is he's too weak to actually win. So yeah, that's sort of our beginning, maybe not a best beginning, to Fall from Heaven 2. I'm not exactly sure. I'll put the title of the scenario in the description and stuff, but I kind of forget what the name of the scenario was actually. But yeah, Fall from Heaven 2 is a great mod for Civilization 4 Beyond the Sword. It's probably the best one. I personally like Rise and Fall of Civilization better because it's more historical, but if you're into like high fantasy, most certainly check it out if you like Civilization, especially Civilization 4. So thank you very much for watching, as always, and hope to see you next time.